Hi, Eileen Veilleux, the fam here. Welcome to another installment in our mini mental health series. In today's installment, as you can see, we will be learning about melancholy and depression. Now, before we begin, let me just remind you to please watch the full video because throughout the video, there's going to be three key words. When I get to the keyword, I will say keyword, then what that keyword is. At the end of the video, in the comment section, put down what the three keywords are to be eligible for my free merch giveaway when I reach 2,000 subscribers. So let's get started. What is melancholic depression? Well, melancholic depression is a form of major depressive disorder, otherwise known as MDD, that is characterized by a keyword, profound presentation of severe depression. With this form of depression, there is a complete loss of pleasure in all or almost everything. In the DSM-5, melancholia is a specifier for MDD. So a person would be diagnosed as having major depressive disorder, which is a broader illness, with melancholia features, which is the specific symptoms. While melancholic depression is no longer considered a separate, distinct diagnosis, some researchers suggest that it should be considered a distinct syndrome in order to improve treatments and outcomes. The term melancholic is one of the oldest terms used in psychology. It has been around since the 5th century BC, and it means black bile in Greek. The translation is fitting because they believe that an excess of black bile, one of what is labeled the four humors, cause melancholia. The symptoms they categorize under melancholia are nearly identical to the symptoms we use today, including fear, not wanting to eat, insomnia, restlessness, agitation, and sadness. So that's a little bit about what melancholia is. But what are the symptoms besides those that were just mentioned? Well, the symptoms of melancholia depression include a distinct quality of depressed mood characterized by profound despondency, keyword despair, or emptiness. Depression is constantly worse in the morning. Early morning waking or at least 2 hours earlier than normal. Psychomotor disturbances of either retardation, which is a slowing of normal movement, or agitation, increased in or irregular movement. Anorexia or weight loss, excessive or inappropriate guilt. Wow, there's a lot involved with this, huh? So now that we know what it is and what the symptoms are, what causes melancholia depression besides MDD? What causes people to have this, if there is any known cause? Well, the start of these episodes is usually not caused by a specific event. Even when something good happens, the individual's mood does not improve, not even for a short time. Older people, inpatients, and those who exhibit psychotic features are at greater risk for melancholic depression. The exact cause of depression is not clear, but genetics, family history, past trauma, brain chemistry, and hormones may all play a role. Melancholic depression, however, is believed to have strong biological origins. One keyword neuroimaging study found that a key signature marker was only seen in participants with melancholic depression, but was not observed in those with non-melancholic depression or in those without depression. So there you have it. That's what we're going to learn today. Is we know it's part of MDD, but before it was considered part of MDD, it was considered something by itself. Melancholy depression was a single illness. Now, as it's stated, a lot of people think, a lot of the researchers still believe it should be separated so that they can have better treatment and an outcome for people that's suffering from it. I know people that have MDD. Some of them, I have not asked any of them if they have melancholy or depression with it. I don't know anybody that actually has that. I've seen comments where I would think some people may have it. On some of my videos that I mentioned where they seem depressed all the time, there's nothing that can pick them up. On our next video, though, we will be going into the diagnosis and treatment of melancholy and depression, because there is a certain way that it is diagnosed and it is treatable, thank the good Lord for that. But depression comes in so many forms. And the bad thing, even if it's melancholy depression, which to me is the most severe in my in my own opinion, it could cause suicidal thoughts, in a lot of other things, and it's not healthy. If anybody out there, I don't care who you are, if you feel you're depressed, upset, you feel alone, you feel trapped, reach out to somebody. If you don't have anybody, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here. I'm here for each and every one of you. Don't ever go through any type of thing by yourself. It's not healthy. When you do things alone, it just festers inside of you. Sometimes it just helps being able to vent and talk to somebody and have somebody just be an ear to listen to you or a shoulder to cry on. If any of that pertains to any one of you out there, please reach out. If you don't trust anybody on YouTube or you don't have any friends and you go to mental health, reach out to your therapist. There is help out there. But don't go through anything by yourself, because like I said, the more you do things like this yourself and you go through it with no support system of any type, the harder it is on you and the worse it is. And remember, I'm going to get up close and personal. Yeah, I'm talking to you out there. I see you. I want each and every one of you to know that you all matter to me. Every person on this earth is important. I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, polka dot, or striped. Your life matters to me. You matter to me. You are important. You're a very special person. You are uniquely made. There's not another person on this earth that could even come close to what you are. Nobody could walk in your shoes because you were uniquely made. There may be somebody that looks just like you on the outside, but here, you're uniquely made on the inside. There's only one of you. You're a diamond. You're not a carbon copy. You're not a screw up. You're a very special person. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. You matter. You're important. And I want you to know that I care for each and every one of you out there. Yes, I'm talking about you, and you. You're all important, and I care for each and every one of you. So remember this. Always try to see with your heart and not with these eyes, because your eyes can deceive you in so many ways. And that person that you may be putting down or you may not think is trustworthy could be your lifesaver or your best friend. Look deep into their heart by looking in your heart. See with your heart. When you see with your heart, you go through all this. You bypass this. and you go to where it matters. You go to the inside, their heart, their soul, their personality, who they are. And that's the way we all need to see. Because sometimes the eyes can't tell you if a person is handicapped in any shape, form, or way. Your eyes can't tell you if a person's deaf. Some of them may wear hearing aids where you have an idea, but there are some that don't. Not everybody that's deaf or hard of hearing uses sign language or uses hearing aids. Some of them know how to lip read. So you can't tell just by looking at them. You can't tell by looking at somebody if they have a mental illness or not. And even if they do, don't judge them by it. They want to be accepted just like you and I do. We all need to be accepted and loved. So, let me leave you with this. Always see from here. The heart is what matters. Because what's important is invisible to the eye and only the heart can see it. So until I see you next time, have a wonderful day. And remember, I love each and every one of you. Bye.